Hi, Misfits. I'm Kate.
And I'm Kevin.
Welcome
To Horrorwood.
We were so dumb. Okay. Okay.
It's okay. Welcome, Misfits. We are making this little video.
Yes.
Because we want you to get to know us as hosts.
It's a little meet the host.
Meet and greet, if you will.
Yes,
you
but
know?
like not greet because they're.
Well, they
not
can say
here.
hi. We just want to hear it.
Yeah.
Hi.
So we came up with questions.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink.
We're also turning this into a drinking game.
Yeah.
So we each came up with a word that we haven't told the other one yet. But we're about to. Don't look at the questions.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh. Cheers.
My bad.
I'll give you my word, and anytime that either of us says it, we take a drink, and then you'll tell us, okay?
Okay, got you.
So the word I came up with is So anytime one of us says we take
We
a
have
drink.
to drink. Okay.
What's your word?
My word is no.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start the questions.
Yes.
Get to know each other.
Yes.
Have a conversation.
Yes.
Do you want me to do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
Kevin.
Yes.
You watch a lot of horror
I
movies.
do. A ton, a shit ton.
What is your favorite horror movie of all time or horror movie franchise?
Shit. This was one of my questions.
That's okay.
Oh, that's a great question, Kate. My favorite horror movie. So, I'm gonna mention two because it's two for different reasons. Can I do that?
Yes, and when you went, do we count that as an
Yeah.
drink? Okay.
Delicious. My favorite horror movie is Halloween, the original.
That's mine!
1979.
That's mine!
Jamie Lee Curtis. I saw it when I think I mentioned this on the pod. I saw it when I was 7 years old. It really had an effect on me, and it still does to this day. I think when I also think of kind of horror movies that I grew up with and that affected me personally in my life, there's a movie that I love. I absolutely love, called Ginger Snaps.
I feel like I've heard of it.
It's a Canadian werewolf movie from 2000, I think.
Okay.
It's like one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
I love it. And
I need to watch it.
it's one of those things where, you know, as you grow up and you're a teenager and you have movies that you love and that you quote continuously with your friends.
Mine was Clueless.
For me, and especially my friend Rana and my friend Brittany, we all quoted Ginger Snaps together.
Okay. I've never even heard of this movie.
It's so good.
Okay.
I even bought the Canadian DVD off of Canadian Amazon when I was a kid, or a teen.
Is it only in Canadian? I mean, only in Canada?
Canada. No.
Drink!
You asked that on purpose.
I didn't, actually. I really didn't.
No, so it's a Canadian movie. It's not only in Canada, obviously. Like, I mean, you can buy DVDs of it in any region, but the Canadian DVD had special features. It was like a special edition.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to put some money to it.
Yeah.
And buy it.
Yeah. You are. You're going to spend that hard-earned teenager money?
Yes. I was teaching second graders at the time. I was in after school,
Drink.
I'm going to be I'm just going to be passed out on the floor, and you're going to be asking questions.
This is still the first question.
That
was just on purpose. Okay.
So, good movie. Check it out, if you can.
Also, we need to talk about the fact that you taught second graders. So
that's right. I was a mentor at an after-school program.
Oh, that's nice.
For 2 years.
Wow,
and
I didn't know that.
I helped second graders with their homework, and I supervised them.
That's cute.
They were sweet. I'm not a kids person, but I enjoyed them. They were sweethearts.
Nice. Your turn
And
to
they
ask.
call you out.
Oh, kids are brutally honest.
I was collected. It was shade, massive shade. Okay, so my question now,
Yes.
right? What are
Drink.
you... Oh, man. What are you most afraid of?
Like, what's my biggest fear?
Mhm.
Being buried alive. And you should know this because
The
we
haunted
went
house.
to a haunted house. And it was all fine and well. You knew about my fear.
I did.
I don't blame you for what happened.
Neither of us, I think, realized because it was such an intense experience, and we were jumping around to different parts of it. It was a long haunted house.
Yes, and I think because there weren't big crowds that night, this particular attraction, if you will,
Right.
was open that we had not originally signed up for. They did ask if anyone was claustrophobic,
They did.
but I thought because it was like a narrow passageway going through, that meant, oh, if you're claustrophobic going through like this little, that little hallway. and
Enclosed space.
yes. And I was like, I can handle a hallway. Well, once you went through the hallway, you stood in this vat, and then they made you sit down.
Yeah.
Back to back with strangers, like backs touching.
We were touching other people, and
I didn't like
it was
that.
COVID times still, wasn't it?
I don't think COVID had happened yet.
It hadn't happened.
It hadn't happened
Okay.
yet. And then all of a sudden, like, the lights go out and they fill this vat with balls. Like,
Plastic balls like you'd find in a ball pit.
but we were completely covered.
Covered.
I had a panic attack and I freaked out because my biggest fear is being buried alive. And I like stood up and I looked at the guy in the booth and I was like, nope.
Turn it off. I still feel really bad about that, Kate. I'm sorry. I know it wasn't my fault, but
I just drank twice because I said nope.
oh, good job.
Thank you.
I'm really bad at calling that stuff.
It was your word. But I was like, turn it off.
I know. Can't out. That's bad.
And it was very scary. I don't blame you because we didn't know what was happening. We had no idea that that's what was going to happen.
And it was far away. We drove to
Oh my God.
Wisconsin.
But it was really far. Why did we go so far? And then you had your first Culver's experience.
Culver's. Oh my God, that burger.
Yeah.
And those cheese curds. The fried cheese curds.
Worth it.
So my biggest fear is spiders.
Is it?
It is.
Did I know that?
I don't know. I don't think I tell many people.
Although you did mention as we were walking back from dinner,
Of being afraid of running into a spider.
running into a
Right.
spider. I guess I should have picked up on that.
I'm deathly afraid of them. And I want to get over it, and I feel like it's something that you can work on, and like
Yeah.
with exposure therapy.
Just like covering yourself in spiders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
But no, I want to hold a tarantula.
Aren't they supposed to be friendly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They make really good pets, and they're supposed to be really nice in some species.
So if you have a tarantula or have access
Let
to
us
one,
know. They do a lot for the environment.
what do they do?
They eat bugs. They keep the bug population under control. I'm not joking.
Didn't say that you were.
I don't think I'm getting defensive about it. Spiders really help the environment, Kate.
So why are you so scared of them, Kevin?
Like Australian bird-eating spider? Have you ever heard of that?
A bird-eating spider?
Bird-eating spider.
How big is the spider?
Bigger than the size of your hand.
I don't like it. All right, next question. Who would you like to play you in the movie of your life?
Florence Pugh.
I actually love that for you.
Wouldn't that be great?
She's amazing.
She could do it.
She could kill it.
She'd be amazing. She would be amazing.
That's an excellent answer. That's a great answer. For me, it's Sandy B. Sandra Bullock.
Kate, perfect.
All day, every day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sandy V and Florence. That would be a team.
A buddy comedy.
Oh, a buddy comedy. Hollywood.
Call us.
What is the best show on TV right now?
Okay. It's a tie.
Okay.
For me. The Bear and Mrs. Davis.
We're catching up.
Good.
So Spencer made a stupid fucking mistake.
What?
And he we turned it back, Mrs. Davis back on, and he played the wrong episode. So he played, we had finished episode 3, and he played episode 6.
What? That's too many episodes ahead.
I had no idea what was happening, and I was like, I guess maybe I had too much Prosecco and forgot.
Oh, man.
But we got halfway through when we realized what had happened. So I turned it off, took it out of my mind, and we went back to the right episode. But I love that show.
It's really good.
It is amazing. Really good acting, really good story, a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a ton of fun. Okay, I have to answer it too, right?
I forgot what the question
Oh, what's the best show on TV? I'm going to say what we were just talking about, which is What We Do in the Shadows.
It's so good.
Holy fuck. It's so funny.
I love that show.
I love all the characters.
Yeah.
It's such a character-driven comedy.
Yes.
And very well done. So, and Nadja...
Laszlo might be my favorite.
Really, I love Nadja. Nadja's my favorite. And I love the relationship between Guillermo... Kate, you're really good at this.
I'm keeping an eye out. Well, an ear
out.
Drink! What was that? That was just a prolonged...
I think that's my go-to when I'm about to say something and I haven't.
I know. That's why
I should have thought about this more.
Do you have a Hollywood true crime case that you wish you could solve or that you just can't stop thinking about?
Black Dahlia.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's an insane case.
It is.
It's insane.
For me, I've mentioned this before, but it's the Joe Pickler case. He disappeared.
I'm not familiar with that.
Well, maybe you should have listened to the podcast before you joined then, Kevin.
Was that an episode?
Was it?
Fuck! I think I missed that one. I'm sorry.
He was a teenager. He was an actor. He was in Varsity Blues and like a bunch of other stuff, like the Beethoven movies and stuff.
Yes.
And he had a night with friends that he really didn't want to have to host, but his friends had him over, wanted to go over to his place and play this card game. And he was never seen or heard from again. I want that solved for his family.
Fair.
And yeah, it's a rough case because people know what happened and they're just not talking.
They're just not saying anything. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh. People, this is...
You just, full stop. People... Next. Go ahead.
No, what's yours? That's it.
Drink. Did you just say no? No, go ahead.
Oh.
I did it. Pet peeve. I think for me, like, with work and everything, I'm always waiting for people. So lateness.
I can't stand
like,
it.
not being on time. It's disrespectful. It's rude. People are horrible.
I thought you were going to start into your monologue.
They wear old maiden type of shoes, if you know what I'm saying.
We all know what you're saying.
We all know.
Fill in the blank.
Okay.
I can't live without blank. Not I can't, like, I, Kevin,
Me
can't live without blank.
Cats.
That is true for you.
I can't live without them.
That's
Can't live with them? No, don't. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Oh, I said no.
Oh, there you go.
What can't you live without?
Canned La Colombe mocha lattes. La Colombe, do you want to sponsor
La
us?
Colombe. So when you said that earlier, I heard canned La Colombe lattes all together. And I was like, what the hell is
like, what's a California
what are California latte mates? And I was like, oh, it's La Colombe.
Yes, La Colombe.
That's my own stupidity, not how you said it.
I know.
What's the worst date you've ever been on?
Okay. So, this guy who supposedly had a crush on me for a while mentioned to a mutual friend of ours that he would like to take me out. I thought he was cute. She's like, hey, you like him? I was like, sure, I'd go out with him. So he asked me out. First off, he picks me up in a sports car.
Red flag, go home.
Hate sports cars. Gross. Douchey. Don't like them. Can I say douchey?
Yeah.
Okay. I get in the car and I'm like, so what's the plan? He's like, I don't know. What do you want to do? This guy didn't even have a plan. Like, hadn't planned a date. And I was like, supposedly you had a crush on me for a while and you wanted to go out and you don't even have a plan. We go down for drinks at this bar because we were in Burbank, like on this hill, and we go down to downtown Burbank and we're at a bar and we're having a conversation. I'm halfway through my beer, and in the middle of my conversation, my sentence, he's like, are you ready to go?
What?
No, sir. Do you see this? And I was like, I guess I am. What's your worst date?
Ooh, again, lots of bad. Lots of them. I went out with a guy. It was like a 3-hour date. We went to Hopleaf.
Okay.
And
love Hopleaf.
Hopleaf is a great bar up in Andersonville.
Love it.
We sat at the bar and had drinks. He didn't look at me in the eyes the entire time.
Red flag.
And
also, sign of a serial killer.
But, Kate, he talked the entire time.
Don't like it.
He was like, okay, so let's go. And I was like, bye, I'll see you. He was like, let's go. And I was like, okay, bye. Like, had a nice time, whatever. I lied. What's wrong?
It's okay.
And then I was like, I'm going to go to the bus stop because I didn't have a car yet. So I went and waited at the bus stop. And he followed me.
Why?
And he waited with me. And I ran into people that I knew.
Okay, that's
at
good,
the bus
though.
stop. Yeah, they were.
It's so hot.
It is really hot in here. It's okay, Kate. We're in a closet. It tends to get stuffy.
Crime closet. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sweating.
But it was bad. And I never saw him again.
What happened at the bus stop? I feel like I interrupted.
He just stood by me as I was talking to my friends, and I ignored him.
So weird. When you were a kid, what did you envision yourself doing with your life when you grew up?
Oh, shit. I was going to be a storm chaser.
I could see that for you.
Mm-hmm. So I had seen Twister in the theater.
And you said...
And I said, that's what I want to do.
Yes.
I was obsessed. So yeah, storm chaser.
Yeah.
You?
I was going to be a pizza maker. The way they toss the dough up?
Yeah.
I really wanted to do that. Thought that was really skillful. And then I went to London when I was studying abroad. And one of the first weeks that I was there, me and all my flatmates went to an Italian restaurant. Mm-hmm. And there wasn't really anybody in the restaurant. And so they were back there tossing the dough. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was just kind of watching mesmerized. Yeah. And the guy's like, do you want to come back here and try it? And I was like... You have no idea how much I want to come back there and toss that pizza dough. It's really hard. But you know what? I feel like I did. I tried it, and I feel like
and you were like, "Oh, this isn't what I thought it was."
Right.
What is the best concert you've ever been to?
This is gonna sound strange. Train. So Pat Monahan. I was living in LA. They came to the Orange County Fair. And I had happened to mention to the guy that I was dating at the time that I really liked Train at the time.
Nice.
And so he shows up with tickets one day. And he was like very rich. And we only dated for like 3 weeks because he went to Costa Rica or something. I don't know. He literally
just never came back.
He literally texted me and he said, I'm in Costa Rica. It's another story. Bye. I did it. So
that sucks.
It did.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. He was not worth it. You know, I don't know what I just said. I'll cut that out. Shit. What was I talking about? I've been to iconic musical legend concerts.
Right.
Pat Monahan and Train put on a show, and it was
that's amazing.
So fun. What about you?
Spice Girls.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
I never saw them.
So I was a huge Jerry Halliwell Ginger Spice fan. Huge.
Okay.
100%. She's amazing. And her solo career is... And nobody talks about that.
I didn't know she had one.
Oh, Kate. Her solo albums. Oh, my God. Anywho. It was...
Yep.
It was right after she quit the band. And I cried for like 2 days because of it. But I still went to the concert with my mom.
Yeah.
I had a really great time. It was Polaris Amphitheater in Columbus, Ohio. Demi Moore and who was she married to at the time? Bruce Willis. Demi Moore, Bruce Willis, and their children were there.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. They were up front. They showed them on
the screen.
The screen.
You did an so that counts.
I did.
2. Running pretty low.
Oh. That's my answer.
Okay, that works.
Yes.
Okay, it's my last one. Besides Horrorwood, what's your favorite podcast to listen to?
My Favorite Murder.
I knew you were going to say that.
My Favorite Murder is my favorite. It is the podcast that started me on true crime.
Yeah.
And I have been a huge fan of Karen and Georgia for years now. And I really respect what they do. And I think that they have a wonderful network with a lot of really great shows that are varied and cover a lot of different bases outside of just true crime. Mm-hmm. And I really look up to them as podcasters.
Cool.
They got me into it.
I remember you telling me about them years ago, and I was not into true crime yet, and I couldn't handle hearing about cases. You would try to tell me, and I was like, I can't.
Not murder.
And here we are, sitting in the crime closet.
I started listening to Who Took a Shit on My Wedding.
Okay, that's not the name of the podcast. Who shat on the floor at my wedding?
I apologize. There's a lot of words in that title.
Yeah.
But
so good, funny. Right?
It's so good.
It's really fun.
Is that yours? What's
yours?
No,
mine's probably Morbid.
Morbid. Okay.
Yeah. That was my true crime
introduction.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. And I respect what they do, and
they're very talented. And the way that they talk about cases and kind of their conversation and rapport with each other is really fun to listen to.
It's engaging. I really like that.
Let me get to my last question, Kate. Yeah. Oh, this is when I decided to get deep, because we were just having sushi, and I was like, Kate, tell me a painful childhood memory. But this one,
we're not doing that.
Who influenced you in a positive way the most growing up?
Oh, shit.
And why?
Who influenced me in a positive way? What's all over my floor?
It might be...
okay.
I'm sorry, things from my socks.
No, that's fine.
They shed. I went to acupuncture and took my socks off, and then I got
Your feet were black with...
And I got up, and there was just black spots all over where I put my feet, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I swept them up really quick. I mean, she can sweep them up, but I didn't want to be mean.
Sure. Drink.
I take a bite. We start taking bites out of the glasses. I think the person who influenced me the most growing up, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
Okay.
Whenever I would have an issue or a problem in 1st and 2nd grade, there was a teacher at the elementary school named Mrs. Underwood. And she was she was an older woman. She had to be in her 70s, 80s. Okay. She had long white hair. Okay. She was the sweetest woman I've ever met. Oh. And I would go to her, because she would always say hi to me. She knew my mom, because my mom was a teacher. Right. And anytime I had an issue or I was sad or anything like that, I would go up to her, crying most of the time. And she would always take a moment to comfort me. Aww. And she would give me a hug and say, "It's okay, Doodlebug." And it was the sweetest thing I've ever experienced. And she really had an impact, just to lead with kindness. So as I think about those kind of moments growing up, she is a big part of that. And I didn't realize it until recently.
That's a good one. Ugh. Okay, so I think I have an answer to it. My dance teacher in high school, Miss Benedict.
Aww.
I thought she was awesome. She had performed on Broadway. She'd been in movies.
Good for her.
And she was like so talented. She would cast me in things that other teachers I don't think would have done, you know?
She gave you the opportunity.
Yes, I feel like she saw something in me.
She gave you the chance.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get there, but I got there.
I think it's an interesting thing to ponder, which I've been doing a lot lately. Because of therapy.
Hello. We love therapy. Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have anything left.
I don't either. We're done.
So I guess that's the end of our Meet the Host video.
I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. Yes. Great to see you. Thank you for being here and watching our video.
You can't see them, though.
That's right. I keep forgetting that. Thank you for watching.
Drink whatever you don't have left.
I'll have lick the lime.
Okay. Thank you.
Just cut my nails.